Hello everyone, welcome to your mobility session today. It's May 20th, Wednesday. Good midweek break for mobility, midweek mobility. Today we're going to be working on knee stability and ankle stability we're going to be doing some knee stability exercises as well as some calf raises and some tib raises. We'll go over all this as we go through. All right, so we're starting with some knee stability. So a lot of people will just think that the knee bends forward and back. Yes, that's the way it's meant to bend. However, there are some times when our knee bends in and out, and we need to make sure we strengthen all the ligaments and the tendons to make sure that they're prepared for those sudden movements sometimes when it happens. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So Roger's got a lacrosse ball. Justin actually has a piece of duct tape, not a piece, but a roll of duct tape, just to illustrate that literally it could be anything. It could be a water bottle, could be a ball, could be a tennis ball, could be a shoe. We should have even used a shoe, okay? Anything that you can, just to squeeze between your knees to stabilize your upper legs. We don't want your upper legs moving at all. We want only your lower legs moving in this one, okay? So I'm gonna get them to squeeze the ball between the legs, and I'm gonna have them separate their feet, not as far apart as they can, but we wanna make sure that there's some room for your toes to turn inwards. So our feet are gonna be straight, neutral. We're gonna lift our toes off the floor, and we're gonna be rotating at the heel inwards to try and touch the toes together. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. 5, and we see only the lower leg is moving. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, and what we're gonna do now is, let's hold the 10th one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. All right, let's, now you can take the ball out and just give your adductors a little rest here, okay? Because it does take its toll on the inner leg squeezing, but the reason we squeeze is so that the upper leg doesn't do this while we're moving the lower leg. Okay, next, we're gonna bring the feet touching or like very close together, and we're actually gonna be rotating our toes out, pivoting on the heel. Okay? Alors, on va pincer le duct tape ou la balle entre les genoux et on lève les orteils du sol et en rotation externe. 1, 2, 3, très bien. 4, 5, on va renforcer. 6, 7, les tendons. 8, les ligaments. 9, et on va tenir. 10, on tient. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, et on peut lâcher cet étirement. Nice job. All right, good. So shake that out a little bit. We are going to do that one more time because we don't want to just do this once and walk away. And this is something that actually you can put this video back on and repeat this a few times before the summer starts. Okay, so this isn't the only time I want you watching this video. I want you playing this maybe once a week, maybe even 2 times a week. Okay, just to reinforce those knees. Knees we use for everything. We use for biking, swimming, running, like playing any sport that involves running. Basketball, soccer, football, rugby, whatever. Those are just tennis players. A lot of lateral movements and stuff like that. You're definitely going to need this knee exercise.
Especially pickleball.
Pickleball, yeah.
Pickleball season time, so
yeah.
Definitely got to get out there and do these.
You got it. All right, everyone. Let's put the ball between the knees. Now that you know what we're doing, see if you can separate your feet a little bit further apart this time, and then maybe see if that makes a difference. And I'll survey at the end. Okay, toes up and rotate in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. Just kidding. 1. All right. How are we feeling after separating a bit further apart?
It was definitely harder.
Yeah, it was harder. Do you feel like your knees, like your lower leg working? Like do you feel the separation between?
You totally feel the separation around your feet and kind of like your lower shin. But you definitely feel it in your abductors by squeezing on an object.
Definitely. All right, let's do the same thing, but feet close, Rotating out. You can't really move them closer than together, but try to rotate out externally as far as you can. Okay, ready? And 1, 2, oh yeah. 3, 4, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 et 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 et on lâche cet étirement. Nice job. Whew, okay, shake that out. How are we feeling?
Good.
Good. Okay, excellent. So that's something that you can repeat twice a week, especially if you're someone who does a lot of lateral movement, right? The knees need to be ready, right? Even though they're supposed to bend forward and back, it's not a joint that is going to that's going to only move in one direction. It has the capability of moving in other directions. Okay, we can leave that stuff there on the chairs, and we're gonna come over to the, or actually, no, we're not gonna go to the wall yet because we got calf raises first. So we're gonna do 3 direction calf raises, okay? And they're just gonna be doing the same thing, but you're just gonna see how different people do different calf raises here. So we're gonna start with our legs straight, okay? On va commencer avec les pieds pointés tout droit et on va juste lever, on va contracter les mollets pour lever sur les orteils et on va rebaisser en contrôle, okay? We're gonna make sure we control the upwards and the downwards. Ready? And up and down, that's it. 2 and down. 3 and down, nice. 4 and down. 5, 6, 7, down. 8 and down. 9, down. And 10 and down. Good. Now, something that you can do to add a little bit because this could be done as a workout if you're holding lots of weight or something like that, but something that could be added for a little bit more range of motion is you can do this on the stairs, and that way your heel can actually go further down below the stair, and then it would have to use the muscle by pushing further from parallel, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to point the feet inwards. Okay, so it's going to feel a little bit weird at the hip level, but we want to make sure we try and keep the legs straight-ish, but knees, soft knees. Okay, ready? And 1. There we go. A little balance. 2. A little balance factor here. 3. 4. There we go. Try to kick those heels out. 5. 6, try to push your knees in. 7, not knees in, but toes in. There we go. 8, 9, and 10, and down. Nice. Okay, outwards now. Same thing here. And something that happens while you're doing this is sometimes the feet will realign themselves or re-straighten themselves. So try and, if you can, to readjust while we're doing this. Ready? And let's go. 1. 2, beautiful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Mwah! Could not have done it better myself. Nice job so far, gentlemen. Okay, we're gonna go over to the wall now. So, let me see here. Just gonna put this right here. So, we're gonna work on some dorsiflexion now. So dorsiflexion is when your shin gets closer to the top of your foot, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some tib raises. You're gonna lean against the wall. Doesn't matter exactly the angle, but we'll say 10 to 15 degrees to start. The further forward your legs come, the harder it's going to be eventually, but for now we're just gonna stay close to the wall, back completely against the wall, and then like I said, feet out, legs out about 10 to 15 degrees. Okay, from here, what you're gonna do is you're going to lift the toes up off the floor and hold it, and then bring it back down in control. And what that's gonna do is that's going to work the tibialis anterior. That's the one muscle that contributes to this, to dorsiflexion, okay? And if maybe you have trouble in a squatting position or anything like that, if you have poor ankle mobility, improving the strength of your tibialis anterior will definitely help you gain a little bit more mobility in dorsiflexion. Okay, so let's do 10 reps at a time. We'll do 2 sets, and we'll hold at the top and then down. Okay, ready? And 1, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold down, 6, hold down, 7, looking good, 8, down, 9, down, 10, down. Nice. Okay, shake that out a little bit. You may, like, if this is your first time doing this exercise, you may be absolutely burning in the front of your shins right now. That's normal. Just try and shake it out a little bit. Maybe do a couple of these, like where you're going up on the top of your foot to stretch it out. Exactly like that. If you're burning. All right, so let's get ready for round 2. And 1, hold down. 2, hold down. I see Roger came out a little bit. 3, hold down. Is that making it harder?
Yeah.
4, hold down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. Nice. 8, down. 9, down. 10, down. Very good. All right, come on off the wall, guys. Nice job. So that was perfect way to start the day, to do the mid-week mobility. Hopefully, you'll be able to repeat these 3 exercises a few times a week leading into the summer, and then beyond that too, right? But definitely, it's going to be a great way to avoid injury this summer when you're playing sports. Ok, alors on va éviter la chance de blessure cet été avec cette séance de mobilité. Merci tout le monde et on se voit demain pour le 21. Exactly. Oh yeah, I need to take some pictures of people in sunglasses. Do you guys have sunglasses in the car? Yeah? Okay. Okay, sweet.
I got some Army Run signs.